Today, we're sinking our claws into the latest cinematic feast, starring everyone's favorite orange tabby. That's right, we're reviewing the Garfield movie, the 2024 animated adventure that's got tongues and tails wagging. Garfield's been a big deal for over 40 years. You've seen him in newspaper comics, TV shows, and old movies. He first showed up in 1978, created by Jim Davis. Garfield's that fat orange cat who loves lasagna and hates Mondays. People really liked him, and he became super famous. In the 1980s, Garfield got TV shows. In the 2000s, he was in 2 big movies. Now, in 2024, we've got a brand new Garfield movie. It's important because so many people love Garfield. The movie makers had a tough job as they needed to please old fans and win over new ones. So the question is this new movie as good as the Garfield we've loved for years? Or is it disappointing? Get ready to unpack this furry flick. A perfect plot lines. Our orange tabby's cozy life with John and Odie gets turned upside down when his long-lost father, Vic, suddenly appears. But before they can sort out their family drama, the trio is kidnapped by Jinx, a revenge-obsessed villain with a grudge against John. Suddenly, Garfield and Vic are forced into a high-stakes heist. The film juggles slapstick comedy, emotional father-son bonding, and thrilling caper action. It's a wild ride that ping-pongs between heartfelt moments and zany adventures. From lasagna to lasers. Does it work? The animation is a definite step up from the live-action travesties of the past. It embraces a classic cartoon style, reminiscent of the comics, with some modern flourishes. The voice acting is a mixed bag. Chris Pratt brings a familiar charm to Garfield, but some might miss the cynical bite of Bill Murray's original portrayal. The movie throws everything at the wall. Slapstick humor, pop culture references, and even a surprisingly emotional subplot about Garfield dealing with abandonment issues. This ambitious mix can be jarring at times. One minute you're chuckling at Garfield's lasagna-fueled antics, the next you're dealing with daddy drama. A heist for the whole family? The heist itself is a highlight. It's a wacky, fast-paced romp with Garfield using his cunning and love of food to outsmart guards and lasers. But here's the thing, the tone can be a bit dark for younger viewers. Jinx is a genuinely menacing villain, and there are some peril-filled situations. Thematically, the movie tries to tackle family and forgiveness, but it doesn't quite land. The resolution feels rushed, and Garfield's emotional arc could have been fleshed out more. Let's dive deeper into what works and what doesn't in the Garfield movie, 2024. Animation excellence. The animation is truly a delight, capturing the spirit of the comics while bringing Garfield's world to vibrant life. The character designs stay true to their iconic looks, but with added depth and texture that makes them pop on the big screen. Garfield's expressive face is a particular highlight, conveying his trademark sarcasm and laziness perfectly. The animators have also done a fantastic job with the physics of Garfield's world, his wobbling belly, the way lasagna sauce drips, and Odie's floppy ears all add to the charm. A thrilling heist. Sequence. The centerpiece heist scene is genuinely fun and inventive. It's a perfect blend of classic cartoon physics and clever problem solving. Watching Garfield use his feline agility to navigate laser grids and dodge guards is a hoot. The sequence also showcases some great visual gags, like Garfield using a pepperoni as a makeshift grappling hook. It's in these moments that the movie really shines, embracing the whimsical potential of animation. Samuel L. Jackson's Cool Cat. Samuel L. Jackson brings his trademark cool to the role of Vic, Garfield's long-lost father. His gravelly voice and confident delivery provide a perfect contrast to Garfield's laid-back attitude. While the character might feel a bit underused, Jackson makes every line count. There's a particular scene where Vic teaches Garfield some street-smart cat tricks that's both funny and oddly touching. Visual Easter eggs. The movie is packed with clever visual references to Garfield's long history. Eagle-eyed fans will spot nods to classic comic strips, previous TV specials, and even some deep-cut Garfield lore. It's clear the animators had a blast sneaking in these details, rewarding longtime fans without alienating newcomers. Soundtrack and score. The movie's musical choices are surprisingly on point. The original score captures Garfield's lazy Sunday vibe, while ramping up the energy for action scenes. There are also some well-chosen pop songs that complement the action, without feeling forced or dated. Tonal whiplash. Perhaps the movie's biggest flaw is its inconsistent tone. It lurches from slapstick comedy to surprisingly dark moments, often without warning. While it's admirable that the filmmakers tried to add depth to Garfield's story, the execution feels clumsy. Young children might be confused or even scared by some of the more intense scenes, while adults may find the rapid shifts jarring. Underdeveloped emotional core. The movie attempts to explore themes of family, abandonment, and forgiveness, particularly in Garfield's relationship with his father. However, these emotional beats often feel rushed or superficial. There are moments of genuine poignancy, but they're quickly undercut by a joke or action sequence. This leaves Garfield's character arc feeling incomplete and unsatisfying. Overwhelming product placement. While product placement is common in modern movies, the Garfield movie takes it to an extreme. The repeated mentions and lingering shots of Olive Garden feel particularly egregious. It's one thing for Garfield to love Italian food, but the blatant advertising takes viewers out of the story and feels at odds with the character's usual disdain for commercialism. Uneven voice acting. Chris Pratt's performance as Garfield is serviceable, but lacks the biting wit that made the character famous. Some viewers might find themselves missing Bill Murray's sardonic take from the previous films. Additionally, a few of the supporting characters have voices that feel mismatched or phoned in, detracting from otherwise funny scenes. Pop culture overload. In an attempt to feel current, the movie is crammed with pop culture references and memes. While some of these land, a clever nod to Inception during a dream sequence is particularly good, many feel forced or already dated. This approach might get a few laughs now, but it risks making the movie feel stale in just a few years. Pacing issues. The movie's plot moves at a breakneck pace, which sometimes works against it. Character development and quieter moments get lost in the shuffle. The third act, in particular, feels rushed, with conflicts resolving too quickly and neatly. The Harry. Snoop Dogg as Snoop Cat remains a divisive element. It's either a stroke of genius or a groan-worthy cameo, depending on your tolerance for puns and stoner humor. Your mileage may vary. If I say shortly, the Garfield movie, 2024, struggles with identity, attempting to be a comedy, family film, and heist movie simultaneously. While it doesn't fully succeed in any category, it's still entertaining. The animation shines, and the heist sequence impresses, but tonal inconsistencies and underdeveloped emotions prevent it from achieving true greatness. So should you see it? It's a mixed bag. Die-hard Garfield fans will enjoy the Easter eggs and visual gags. Families might have fun, but beware of dark tones. It's not perfect, missing the comic's magic and struggling with consistency. Ultimately, it's a flawed but entertaining entry in Garfield's legacy. Worth a watch for fans. But hey, that's just my opinion. What did you think of the movie? Did you enjoy the heist elements? Were you bothered by the tonal shifts? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie reviews.